Hello, Jamaica. Welcome to the Jamaica Patriotic Movement. We're a movement that recognize that something great is wrong with Jamaica. Our politicians are incompetent. They are incapable of leading our great nation. Our politicians are literally friends of the biggest criminals in Jamaica. Our judges take bribes and recycle the criminals into society. The defense lawyers are basking, they're eating, drinking, driving, sleeping in blood money. They take blood money to defend the biggest criminals. Our police forces, half of it is working with these criminals. It is corrupt to the core. Now, the Jamaica Patriotic Movement endeavors to bring Jamaica back on track with the help of the people of Jamaica. Let us zone in on the Donnelly Donaldson case as one of the prime examples of what is wrong with our country. Here is a beautiful young lady that has been murdered knowingly by her boyfriend and his baby mother. And others might have been involved in it as well. The police high command has stated that more than one people were involved in this crime. Yet, with all the video footages they have, no other person has been arrested. With all the information and the investigation, no other name has been mentioned as suspect or accomplice in such a crime. This is a very insulting act by our police force. It is showing the incompetence of both the government and the police force to do their job. This is a high profile case, and yet the Prime Minister, the Minister of Justice, the Minister of National Security, and all other politicians are numb. They are mum on the subject. They cannot speak. But in the garrisons, where they know they might lose votes, everything you see them there because they're worried about their seats. Now I say to Jamaica, let us use this Donald Lee Donaldson case as a yardstick to measure what's wrong with Jamaica. Most of you politicians have children. Some of you have sons, you have daughters. How would you feel if one policeman came to your house, took your child as his lover, and slaughtered that child? How would you, the politicians, feel? Well, I dare say to you, the crimes are coming further and further uptown. And one day, it will reach some of you. Then you will understand what's going on. Are you going to wait until the criminals get to your doorstep to put a stop to their criminal activities? Don't you realize that these guys will do anything for money? I applaud the work of the vloggers that have took it up on themselves, and for the supporters they have that have worked tirelessly and relentlessly to keep this story in the news. The police force is still working at snail pace where this matter is concerned. Is it that other police officers are involved? Is it that other police officers are accomplices in this matter? I am sure that when this act happened, other police were consulted. Maybe other policemen turned up on the scene. Maybe they got advice from these other policemen what to do with the body. And so they cannot move forward because too many people are involved that they don't want to call those names. But I say to Jamaica, let us demand the video footage from Chelsea Manor. Do we have a Freedom of Information Act? Let the public see those footages. Let us, the public, try this case, because apparently the police force is incapable. We at the Jamaica Patriotic Movement endeavors to see a better Jamaica. We believe that most of our politicians should step down. They are incapable. We believe that the judges in the judicial system should be fired and new judges trained and hired. We believe that some of these lawyers should be banned from practicing laws because all they do is protect the criminals. The correction officers that are facilitating criminals staying from behind bars and sending out messages that are making criminals comfortable behind bars instead of making it a bad experience for them. Some of you should choke on your food because you're eating blood money. I dare say to Jamaica, let us stand up as a country and demand better. Let us stop hating each other the way we hate each other. We are taught to hate each other, and they do it in songs. So you dance to the message that tells you to hate each other. It is prevalent in the dance halls. Your favorite places of entertainment carried the message of how much you should hate each other, of violence in their songs, teaching Jamaicans not to love each other. They are afraid of a united Jamaica. Because if Jamaica was to unite, these politicians would not be the leaders of the country. And it is time we start look for new leadership. This poor girl is somewhere that at least a dozen people know where she is. At least 5 of them are police officers that know where this body went. And the High Command knows. And we're asking you, release the tape to the public because you are not doing anything with it. Let us find the young lady and bring closure to the matter. Let us also get a competent judge to try this case because all they want to do is to find technicalities to let this man go. Jamaica, they are killing us one by one. They are using the police, they are using the gunmen, they are killing the country one by one. They are demoralizing you. They are sapping the morale out of you. Our leaders have failed to inspire. They have failed to motivate. They have failed in every aspect. If you go to the hospitals with your loved ones, it is like you have taken them to the garbage heap. They are treated like garbage. If you go to the police report, the person you go to report on is informed by the police that you came there. So the country right now is like a balloon on the ocean just floating. It can end up anywhere. We have got to take hold of our country. The people at the FLA, they are selling gun licenses to criminals, and the decent law-abiding citizens of Jamaica cannot own a firearm. This is nonsense. I am encouraging you to demand that your nation be armed so that we can protect ourselves from the massive onslaught of the criminals and the wayward of our society. The great leaders of the past must be rolling over in their graves to see the shadow of a nation that we now possess. We inherited a great nation from the great Marcus Garvey, the great Bob Marley, Sir Alexander Bustamante, Sir Norman Manley, all of those great leaders would not want to see this kind of Jamaica. The great Paul Bogle, George William Gordon, Nani. You name the great heroes of the past, they would not want to see this kind of Jamaica. I say to the young men who allow yourselves to be hired hitmen, don't do it. Don't do it. The person that hire you as a hitman will get another hitman to take you out later. They don't want you with their secrets. The young men that believe that being a hitman is the coolest thing in the world, look into yourselves. Do you want anyone to put a hit on you? Why do you allow yourselves to be the slave of some evil countryman or woman that wants somebody dead? They have done you no wrong. Why do you want to do these things? Let me get back to the Donnelly case, because that is something that we have to keep in the public. We have to keep it in the public sphere. I urge Jamaica on a daily basis, get on your Facebook pages, get on your YouTube pages, get on your Instagrams, get on all the WhatsApp, the social medias you have, and put the message out. Find Donnelly, Donaldson, and all the other people that have lost loved ones that today cannot find your loved ones. We urge you to come forward. The Jamaica Patriotic movement is here to push forward a movement that will require the changes in our society. We need constitutional reforms. We have become lazy as a country, too laid back and too relaxed and too acceptable of whatever is going on. We accept the nonsense. Look at the leadership. The Prime Minister cannot condemn a crime. Look at the Minister of National Security. He knows nothing about fighting crime. Look at the women in politics. A moment like this, all the women in Jamaican politics should be out there in the front of the marches, leading these marches to find this young lady. Where are the women in our politics? Why are you so quiet? Jamaica, it is time to wake up. And let us start a movement that will push our country in the right direction. Get rid of these cums that cannot run the country. Get them out of office. And let us put competent people who can. So we have to seek political alternatives. The PNP have failed Jamaica. The JLP have failed Jamaica. It is time for a new movement that we can say we want to start within our schools to inspire the youngsters to be decent citizens. We have to take them from like 10 years old and start nurture them. There's no nurturing of our youngsters and cradle them and bring them into society that they can be good citizens. Instead, the gangs are doing a better job at recruiting our youngsters than our government and corporate Jamaica. Corporate Jamaica have failed as well. They have benefited from doing business in Jamaica, but there are no concerted efforts to nurture our youngsters and bring them out into the fold that they want to be decent citizens. Why do youngsters crave to be gangsters rather than good law-abiding citizens? It's because there's no inspiration, there's no motivation. So they don't aspire. The lack of leadership. Take all the big countries in the world. There are certain countries that doesn't even pack a police force. because the people know how to conduct themselves, because the leaders have put that necessary mechanism in place, that people are law-abiding, decent, and uplifting. Our government doesn't care about us. All the crime that's going on, the minute one tourist gets hit, you see how fast they find the criminals? No, Mr. Maitland, I'm asking you, sir, in the name of Jamaica and all the police who are involved in this and who know about it, I'm asking you, turn over the body to the family. Please. So they can have closure. So the nation can have closure. We all know you have done this. So it makes no sense you hide the body anymore. Everybody knows that you're guilty. Even if the judges let you go, you are still guilty, because wherever you go, your conscience will ride you. And tonight, I pronounce a curse on everyone involved in this murder, everyone who's complicit in this murder. Until you turn this body over, you shall have no peace. Things will start going wrong in your lives, left, right, and center from here on. I pronounce a curse on you in the name of Yeshua Christ. Turn over this body. Give it up. Let the family have closure. This is a cruel and barbaric act. It is the heights of wickedness. It is the heights of injustice. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, or better yet, the Jamaica Corrupt Force, you need to do your job. Release the tape to the public. Arrest the other people that are involved. It could be inspectors of police, it could be sergeants, it could be corporals, whoever they are, arrest them. Why is no one else arrested? And more than one people is complicit. Look how easy it is to get rid of a body in Jamaica. Jamaica, wake up. Open your eyes. Don't you see what's going on? Enough is enough. And it's time we turn this great country around and put it on the right track. And the people can do it. Stop running behind these politicians. Stop taking their money and their gifts. Let us build a country from scratch. Let us start over. And we start where we recommend that we rewrite the Jamaica Constitution. We need harsher penalties for criminals. The laws and the books in Jamaica are a joke. And the judges, they seem to take bribe. They cannot convict a fly if it's caught on a load of shit. Jamaica, let's wake up. Until next time, goodbye.